Hey, Foodie T here. It's been a while. I thought I'll try to break radio silence by making something that you guys might enjoy. I'm gonna cook these apples. I'm gonna stew them up with in a cinnamon brandy sort of I don't know what you call it, stewed apple. Fantastic for chucking in your, like, you can have it as a pancake topping, which is my favorite way of having it. Or you can put it in a pie, in a little bread maker or something like that, and you can use it as a topping on your cereal. So yeah, not gonna mess around. I'm gonna show you guys how to get this done. It's pretty sweet. So it goes like this. Basically you're gonna need Granny Smith apples. I've got a bunch. Like, I think the original recipe said 6. I just sort of randomly grab a bunch of apples here. I've got about 8. You're gonna need some orange juice. Any type of juice is fine, really. A bit of brandy. If you don't have brandy, you can chuck whiskey in, but brandy is nicer. You're gonna need cinnamon, obviously, if you're gonna be doing. They're called cinnamon apples after all. A bit of butter. I've got roughly about 100 grams here-ish, and some brown sugar. So I'm gonna just start off real quick by cutting these up. You got lots of options, lots of different ways to cut it up. You could cut it up into like quarters, or if you want like giant pieces, or you can cut it up to like 8s into wedges. Personally, I'm going to cut it up into really fine bits because I like it really small and tiny, because it's more versatile and I can chuck it into more things. So if you cut the ends off, and then you cut the middle bit off, the core, that makes it really easy. That's probably the easiest way to get rid of the core and the seeds. You want to heat up your pan, but you don't want it to be really hot. So you're going to do this on a low heat, and then you're going to stick in your knob of butter. I've got about 100 grams here, probably a little bit more. Personally, I don't mind how much I put because I love butter. Right, once your butter starts melting, because it's getting warm enough, you want to put in about a cup of brown sugar and stir that around. Our goal is to caramelize the brown sugar, so that's where we're starting. We're just kind of mixing it around and letting the sugar melt right down and start to caramelize. See now that the sugar is starting to bubble a little, so give it a good stir. It's basically hitting the right point now. You can start to see it's melted and and it's getting a bit sticky, so that's perfect. Right, once it gets to this point, that's when we're gonna chuck the apples in. Yep, about that. That's when we're gonna chuck the apples in. So I'm going to put about, and I don't want to put too much juice. I don't want to put too much juice because there's already liquid in the apples. So I'm going to roughly put about 1.5 cups of juice. That's plenty, I think. You're going to have to gauge how much you need, and I reckon about a cup. Maybe even a cup will do, but let's see. Yeah, I'll put a little bit more. 1.5 cups of juice. Perfect. Right. Chuck the lid on and let it get to work. Okay, so now I've let it boil up for a couple of minutes. It's basically boiled right up. I'm gonna now add some brandy or some cognac or some whiskey, and I'm gonna put in the cinnamon as well. So I'll start with the cinnamon really quickly. You can see it's come to a lovely boil because I've left the heat on high. That's about a teaspoon worth. And then I'm gonna put about maybe a capful or 2. I'm just going to use this to estimate. 1, 2. Oh yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. You don't want to put too much cinnamon. That's the one that you want to be careful about. And if you're worried about putting not enough cinnamon, that's fine. You can always add some later. I feel like there's not enough cinnamon. I'm going to give it 1 extra shake or 2. Yeah, that should do the trick. I'm going to lower the heat to low, cover it and turn the heat down to low. And then we're just gonna let it sit for about, let's call it 10 minutes. I reckon somewhere between 8 to 10 minutes is more than enough. Alright, so it's been about 8 minutes-ish. Let's just take a quick look. Okay, you can see it's pretty much stewed. It's, I'm touching it, it's still a little bit springy, which is a good place to stop if you want to use this for a pie filling. If you want to use this, actually it's a good place to stop now. I'm actually gonna open the lid and boil it at a high heat just a little bit to reduce that, that liquid. Now it's a nice thick syrup. It's perfect. And that's just gonna go. Whew. Nice. Nice. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. Here's the apple, and we've made some pancakes to go along with that. So I'm just going to get stuck in on how I normally eat this. Forgive me, but this is the way I love it. I need to have some butter. If like no butter flavor, doesn't work for me. So I'll put a bit of butter on, grab a bit of the apple mixture, and lay it out along it. Whew, that's a lot of apple mixture. That's because I'm naughty. Yum yum. Oh yeah. Mmm. So good. If you like this recipe, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. I'm actually gonna try and make some more videos this time. We're all in ISO, so I might as well. See ya.